Firstly, I would like to introduce the ARDC President, Andrew Leithhead, to the microphone to start proceedings. Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a very special day for the Australian Racing Drivers Club and for Australia's motorsport and motoring community. I'd like firstly to officially welcome our distinguished guests. Firstly, the New South Wales Minister for Sport and Recreation, the Honourable Graham Annesley, our local member, the member for Smithfield, Andrew Rowan, the Director of the Western Sydney Parklands Trust, who are our landlords here at Eastern Creek, Sir Owen Fitzgerald, the General Manager of Events for Destination New South Wales, John Drummond Montgomery, Techno Autosports V8 Supercar driver Jonathan Webb, ARDC directors, staff and club members, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's a long list of introductions. In 2012, the Australian Racing Drivers Club is celebrating its 60th anniversary, and it's turning out to be our biggest year yet. I'm very proud to announce that from today, Eastern Creek Raceway will become Sydney Motorsport Park. What we have here in Sydney Motorsport Park is unique in Sydney and indeed in New South Wales. It is the only permanent racetrack in the Sydney Basin, and the new name of Sydney Motorsport Park reflects this. We started a transformation of both ARDC and Eastern Creek nearly 4 years ago, and this name change is the next important phase of our plan and positions the facility as a truly international operation in Australia's global city of Sydney. I must thank the New South Wales State Government for embracing our vision, for their passion for the venue, and for their decision to continue their contribution to the future of motorsport and motoring in New South Wales. As a result of the New South Wales Government's funding, we have significantly increased our capacity to satisfy the greater demand that we've experienced since the demise of Oran Park and the increase in Sydney's population, especially around our home in Western Sydney. As you will have seen today, work continues, and ARDC Chief Executive Officer Glenn Matthews will discuss much of that with you shortly. While much has been done, we are committed to completing much more. The ARDC has worked hard to change the way we operate as part of this transformation. We are no longer simply a track-for-hire operation, but rather a strong, flexible and willing partner to all those involved in Australian motorsport and motoring. We have changed the way we do business with a complete rejuvenation of our corporate structure. Glenn Matthews was the first part of this when he joined us as CEO in 2010. We have assembled a team of experts in their fields who are driving this fundamental shift in the future of the ARDC. The Australian Racing Drivers Club wants to create the best environment for all of our stakeholders, whether they be racers, race goers, drivers seeking to improve their skills, or others seeking to enjoy a motoring experience. As part of the ARDC's long-term strategic plan, Sydney Motorsport Park is looking to enhance its already strong calendar and to attract even more new and exciting motorsport racing, events, festivals and experiences. This will reposition the venue as a best-in-class facility for competitors, promoters, motorsport spectators, tourists and the sports-loving community of Greater Western Sydney. We are now a professional, modern, international entertainment destination. As I mentioned earlier, 2012 is a significant year for the ARDC as it celebrates our 60th anniversary. We are marking the milestone by hosting major events such as Round 9 of the 2012 V8 Supercar Championship in August and the 8th Annual Muscle Car Masters on Father's Day. We will also be honouring our ARDC Immortals at the Muscle Car Masters, and there will be an announcement regarding this later in the year. The return of the V8s has been assisted by our transformation and the government's support that gave us the funding to make it happen. I'd now like to ask Glenn Matthews to come and talk a little bit more about the things that we still have in hand.
Thank you, Andrew, and good morning. I'd just like to say how great it is and excited we are that everybody's here to join us on such a very special occasion, and I'd like to make a special thank you to Techno Autosports V8 Supercar driver Jono Webb and his wife Kobe for joining us today. They've flown up on the early bird from Phillip Island, and congratulations for a great weekend, 2 top 10 finishes for Jonathan. As you travelled into the facility today, you'll have noticed an amount of work going on here at Sydney Motorsport Park. And whilst we've completed a lot of work in not a lot of time, there's much more to come. Jointly with the New South Wales Government, we've invested $12 million into the transformation of this facility, including the first new race circuits in Australia in a decade, new and upgraded pit facilities, and a near doubling of capacity. The rebranding coincides today with the official opening of an 830-metre extension of the existing Grand Prix circuit. The resultant 4.5-kilometre long circuit provides a new challenge for competitors while offering new and fantastic spectator views. The facility now becomes the most flexible motorsport destination in the country, offering 4 separate track configurations, including the 4.5-kilometre long circuit, the original 3.9 GP circuit, a 2.8k North circuit, and a 1.9k South circuit. Very important for us though, we now have the ability to operate the North and the South circuits simultaneously. This significantly increases our capacity to deal with the great demand that we've experienced since the demise of Oran Park and the increase in Sydney's population, especially around our home here in Western Sydney. In the near future actually, we'll be inviting the motorsport public to help us name different sections of the circuits and with that recognise and celebrate some greats and some great motorsport moments. As you will see today, work on the new pit lane structure and control tower to service a separate south configuration is underway on land adjacent to turns 4 and 5. This new pit complex will allow Sydney Motorsport Park to hold 2 simultaneous race meetings, experiences, events or track days. Equally, where we stand now, the existing pit lane and paddock areas are undergoing a refurbishment which will be completed soon. This space, known as the garage, was the first part of that refurbishment, giving a comfortable, relaxed place for spectators, competitors and ARDC members to unwind. It's our first club room since our move from Amaroo. Aside from year-round racing, Sydney Motorsport Park offers a dynamic range of motorsport experiences with track days, motorcycle ride days, V8 racing experiences, radical race cars and classic and supercar experiences with more to come. Sydney Motorsport Park also offers a comprehensive range of driver and rider training and safety initiatives. We've partnered with the best in the business to provide education and experiences that are equal of anything in the world. A prominent internet presence is also a major part of the rebranding, with a new website launched today at sydneymotorsportpark.com.au. The website allows visitors to view and book events and experiences, learn about the venue and interact with other fans via an exciting new section called Fan Zone. This allows competitors and spectators to upload their images and videos of their Sydney Motorsport Park experiences. All of these changes have been designed to make Sydney Motorsport Park, both the physical venue and our online presence, accessible, easy to use and friendly for both motorsport competitors and spectators. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my great pleasure that I invite the Minister for Sport and Recreation, the Honourable Graham Annesley, to the microphone.
Thank you, Glenn. Could I start by acknowledging Andrew Leithhead, of course, the President of the ARDC and his board members, Glenn Matthews, the CEO, my colleague from State Parliament, Andrew Rowan, the member for Smithfield, Sue Ellen Fitzgerald from the Western Sydney Parklands Trust, John Montgomery, Destination New South Wales, Sean Giles, 3 times Australian Superbike champion, and of course Jonathan Webb, who in a very short time is going to have my life in his hands. And I'll be very happy if Jonathan doesn't put quite as much effort into this morning's laps as he obviously did over the weekend with his 2 top 10 finishes. So something a little more moderate would be very much to my liking. Look, could I just say how thrilled I am to be here this morning to participate in the rebranding of this circuit and the opening of the new section of track. This track first opened in 1990 and it's been the ARDC home since 1996. I'm told it's the only FIA Grade 2 licensed track in Australia for both cars and bikes. Glenn's already mentioned that the upgrade includes additional pit lane facilities which we'll see start to emerge very soon. All the work's going on over there right at the moment. and it is a $12 million investment. So, as Minister for Sport, I mean, it's obviously great from my point of view to see sporting facilities being developed and which will lead to increased participation. But obviously, in this case, this is a great addition to the Western Sydney landscape. It's going to drive further major events into Western Sydney. It's going to lead to greater economic stimulus in the local area. So all of the local businesses, all the local hotels, all the local shopkeepers are all going to benefit from the additional investment that's been ploughed into this site. As a Minister for Sport, not only am I happy to see sport being developed and getting additional funding, as a member of the government, I'm also very happy to see the local stimulus that will provide in this area. I'm not going to bore you any longer. We've heard it all from both Glenn and Andrew. It's just my great duty as I prepare for this ride around the track. It's my great duty and my great privilege to officially open the new track, the new section of track of the Sydney Motorsport Park. Thank you very much.